Are you ready? Here we coming. Here we go. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Can anybody hear me?
Is anybody in here?
A couple.
Oh, nobody's chatting.
6. It gets larger.
Oh, yeah, I see that. What the hell was that?
That was an accident.
Oh.
Can anybody hear me? Well, okay. Yay! Hey, Darren. Thank you, Mr. V. There we are. Oops. I got Dana with me. You'll be on camera in a second.
Well, gee, thanks.
Well, give me a second. I was thinking of something. Okay. Let me put Dana on. Boom. Multi-camera show.
Why am I so dark?
Because there's no light over here. Oh, shit.
I may have to periodically get up and down between this.
I guess I could turn the monitor a little bit. Maybe that'll shout some light. So, let me just, there we go. For right now. How's everybody doing this crazy weekend? Watched a few crazy movies from like 1994 with Jeff Fahey called Maniacs with a TS at the end. We're having a minor dog fight here, I guess. Maybe just a dog barking. I want to change this setting. Good Lord. This is nothing compared to the morning. There we go. Since I don't think I'll need my headset, I'm taking them out. So, watched, like I said, Maniacs, which is a weird... You could definitely tell it's a 90s movie. And I'd never heard of this movie before. There's a Roku channel called B-Zone, and they, of course, I followed them on Facebook, and they they put their schedule out every day. So this was the one they were talking about, and it was a interesting picture. It had Jeff Fahey. He's basically he looked like he was crucified on a cross. But when you watch the movie, it's not that dramatic. It just looks that way. But he's actually a serial killer, and he gets put in the nut house, and he meets another girl who's a killer, a serial killer as well, and they fall in love, and as they say, wackiness ensues. So that's an interesting movie. What the hell did I watch after that?
After the Sarah.
Oh. Have you ever want to see a movie with Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols with
Hey, I'm not on there.
There.
Thank you.
If you ever want to see a movie with Johnny Rotten and of the Sex Pistols and Harvey Keitel, made by a bunch of Italian people, with a score by Marconi, well, you're in luck because they did that in 1983. It was called Order of Death, which I think it had another name. And it's a very odd movie because the music by Marconi is classic 70s giallo music, but this is more of a, I don't know. It almost is. It could be a play if they change a few things.
Hey, Darren, I just seen
Yeah.
that up there.
And they'll hear it in about 10-15 seconds. Yeah, I think it was called Cop Killer as well, Darren. That was the other one.
It was not a giallo though.
No, but it had a perfect soundtrack as a giallo.
Yeah.
And I watched the giallo today. Or I got my ass off the couch. And it's on YouTube. I'm not sure if if it has two different titles, something like Pathos, A Taste of Fear, or I don't know if it's the same one as Obsession, Taste of Fear, or whatever it's called. It's like a slightly futuristic giallo where it's like a fashion photographer or just a nudie girl, because I don't know what she's doing, and they have all this equipment taking pictures and have them on these monitors, and it's a very and basically somebody gets killed, and then they try to she's looking into it because they have this bodybuilder that was in a few movies. I think she was an Alienator. It was her name Tegan something, and she was in it. And I think she's the first one that gets killed. It's pretty bad, but it's interesting to watch something like that. But I thought I'd go over some releases from the upcoming year. And as you can see on the screen from Blu-ray.com, we have a new release of Savage Street. So that marks the second Blu-ray edition.
When are they going to put it out on 4K?
Darren, I don't know if it was called Fashion Crimes, because I think that had Miles O'Keefe, and this definitely did not. Let's look it up. Well, maybe not. Oop. I got too many keyboards.
That happens to me when I telework.
Grizzlies. Yeah, Grizzly 2.
Yeah, Grizzly 2 is the movie that Steve told me about that I've never seen.
They were going to release it on Blu-ray, and then someone said, of course, I don't really know if it's true, that What's-His-Face doesn't want to see it.
Grizzly came out on Blu-ray. I have it.
Yeah, but that's definitely not the same. I don't even know how to spell pathos.
Pathos.
Yeah, so it's the same as Obsession. So perhaps Pathos. This had it had like Turkish or something subtitles burn in, so that's probably what it is. Probably what it was. A cop assigned to catch a serial killer who's murdering his way through Rome's sexual underground. You got Virginia. Hey! Tegan Clive, that's the one.
That's how you gotta say it, Virginia. Hey!
And,
That,
and it had Kid Creole, if you remember that.
that sounds familiar.
And there's a lot of titties and stuff in it, so if you're a young guy. Somebody gave this like 9 out of 10, which I am shocked.
Look at the soundtrack, though.
Yeah, the soundtrack had a song by Lou Gramm, True Blue, which is amazing. They're Midnight Blue, sorry. I guess because this is Warner Brothers and Chrissy Hine, performed by Grace Jones. This it said Warner Brothers Italy, so I guess they yeah, it's only bootleg. The copy I had was had tracking issues, so
Yeah, it had major tracking issues in that one part.
so we'll switch back. Grizzly 2 Revenge. So it's got musical or thriller music horror, which all hell breaks loose when a giant grizzly reacts to a slaughter of grizzlies by poachers and attacks a big rock concert in a national park. Yes, R.P. John Richardson, who was in Torso, one of the great non-Argento.
Torso's not a good film.
Yes, it is. Giallos.
If you like to see a lot of boobies.
It's a good film, and I guess he's British, but you could never tell because of the dubbing. And then this one right here, if you haven't seen it, it's got like Susan George and the great Hugo Stilts. Tintoria. Tin Tor Aya.
Steve don't even know how to say it.
And if you watch this movie, especially in Blu-ray, you get to see Hugo Stilts cooking breakfast in only a apron, so you get to see his flat ass. So, you know,
I don't like to see that guy now.
Hugo Stilts. They don't call him Stilts for nothing. Wow. I like the Gotcha Man. I didn't know. Maybe I'll have to look that one up. We got some anime, some Bloody Shadow. Oh, gosh. I'm sure he was really, it's got him, Charlie Sheen, and Laura Dern. Oh, well, we got Mr. DeadPit on Patreon telling us there's a lot of great content out there on the Patreon page.
Steve, you're gonna have to highlight.
Let me
that
get
one,
this.
baby.
Tier Start is just $1 a month, guys.
You sound like you're on the Home Shopping Network.
And also, I want to talk about Raid Shadow Legends. Are you tired of low polygon characters? Well, Raid Shadow Legends, you get highly detailed characters, and they even got new characters for Christmas. They got like a Santa Claus character and some kind of deer-looking thing. Tell them that DeadPit sent you, and you'll get nothing extra. I don't see shit on this page worth of crap, so let's take another look. Yeah, we got Our Skin, which looks like really shit, but that could just be the cover. Damn, I thought I saw more on here that was worth of crap.
Steve, we shouldn't joke about seniors.
Yeah. Well, Uncle Bill's going to dress up like the deer character, but he didn't get the suit in time. So you get this In Search of Darkness Part 2, which, geez, I'm not sure if I'm burning up now, Dana. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Steve's stripping his clothes off.
Da-da-da.
This isn't that kind of video, Steve.
Well, for $50,
Steve will take it all.
no. Getaway. That's an interesting looking cover. No synapses for Getaway, so
It's synopsis.
whatever. and Akira Blu-ray or 4K rather. I have a no, I don't even know if I got a Blu-ray of it yet. But anyway, it's okay. Ooh, what's this? Girl Blood Sport. It looks like something
That looks
from
gross.
Redemption back in the day, at the beginning of their tapes. Mr. Foley is in the house from Beverly Hills. Yes, Doom Control is unpredictable.
Eddie Murphy's in here?
No, his character, Axel
I
Foley.
know, I'm just saying.
We got Bikini Frankenstein paired with Twilight Vamps. I think that would be a good double feature. And then I was looking. Actually, these are older titles. I was going to say about what was released in 2020.
Oh, there's your movie, Santa Sangre.
Yeah, that's coming out on 4K. In the near future from Severin, but I'm not sure if that's something I'm interested in. An upgrading just yet. Yeah, I mean the Blu-ray I saw, it looks great. So, I wanted to show something. I did order. I got that $5 coupon. Oh no! Hey, Axel, do not stick bananas in tailpipes. Okay, I'll talk about the Severin announcements. Jeez.
I thought you were going to talk about something else.
Well, jeez, guys, I can't do everything. I got a director who's.
DEADPIT on Patreon's.
Yes.
You to talk about that.
I know. So let's talk about it. We got the natural. I don't want that. So you're getting Grizzly, Day of the Animals, and Deep Blood. Oh, well, that means me too, right? I'll be working with Severin. David Gregory. You get all this crap in a picnic basket for $170.
I think I'll pass.
What's this arrow do? Yeah, so Santa Segre, which I have the Mondo poster of this, which is incredibly good looking. I think it's a great poster. I remember renting this, and it's a very strange movie, but it's it's a picnic basket. Boo boo. This is the Jodorowsky's best movie in my opinion. Thanks. Hank Jr. pen. Oh, yeah. But I really like this movie. But, oh, good Lord. No wonder they want $44 for it. A 4K 4-disc set. Oh, 2 Blu-rays, and you get a special CD that you may not only can play in your computer if you have a newer vehicle. But there's some good stuff here. I mean, the movie is very strange, but a lot.
I don't think I've watched it.
Anybody else struggling with ear hair? Well, now that you mention it, it is a daily struggle, but thank you. But we got tons of stuff. If you're a fan of this and don't already have the Blu-ray from Severin, I would definitely jump on this. I know they said they went through with, and it's been redone and all that jazz. A negative, supervised by the director, but I mean, that's a hell of a lot of money. So perhaps, but I'm not guaranteeing. Never saw it. It's a pretty good movie. It's very strange, but it to me, it's his It's his Jodorowsky's most. You could get into it. I mean, I've seen Topo, and I've watched a little bit of El Topo and something about the Holy Mountain. I've watched a little bit of that one, but I never. But so very, very artsy fartsy. But this one has got that, but it's also got you can go with it. It's not that out there, and it's always got something going on. I see. Well, if you're gonna know one Santa Claus is the best Santa to know. So cheers. I'm drinking some G Fuel because I'm a natural G.
What the heck does that mean?
I'm a gangsta. Oh, they got some more. See what they got down
Are
here.
you the original gangster?
Yep. So they're selling a Blu-ray of it, which I don't know. I mean, that $30 is a lot. You know, if you don't want to dip your toes into 4K, I would probably suggest that. The DVD is that's ridiculous in these days. You can get the Grizzly. You got to get the slipcover, guys. Oh, I was going to show you something. Let me get back to the main screen here so I can see myself. Hi, guy. So, I did order from Vinegar Syndrome. Or, no, was it Vinegar Syndrome? Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Vinegar Syndrome.
Vinegar Syndrome. They gave us a $5 little coupon for being patient during the shipping of the...
Shouldn't they have gave you more than that?
Shoulda. So I went back through and there was one I wanted. I looked through the list and I said, I like the one, the slipcase, and it was still available, and the disc for Don't Go in the Woods Alone. So I was like, great, I'll get it. And then, $25 out the door. So I was like, cool. And then, of course, I thought about it and I looked in my collection and I already had the damn thing. So I just bought it again with a slipcase.
Steve's loss is my game because I'm in
So,
that one.
yeah, here, Dane. Let's do this on camera. Okay.
Yeah,
There. Congratulations, you won.
I won. Steve lost and I won.
Yeah, I always lose, so you know that's how it goes. Wow, thank you. This is the most successful Captain Quarters ever.
Is it?
That's and that's certified by our master there, our boss. Give it to me? No. Go get Judge Reinhold to give you something. I can't help you with that. Due to Dana and New Thumbtail. Oh, okay. Thanks, I guess.
Thank you.
All right.
DEADPIT on Patreon.
DEADPIT on Patreon is our executive producer. So, thank you. So, let's get back to just looking around. And if anybody's got any thing to throw out there, I'll be more than willing to throw a couple bullshit lines towards it. Make up stuff if I don't know anything about it.
You don't make up stuff. That's not nice.
Ah, yes. Extra DVD. So, Day of the Animals, which I have not seen that one. I've definitely seen Grizzly because I, of course, remember, is it the rocket launcher scene?
Rocket launcher. I'm trying to remember.
Okay, well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did see Grizzly because I remember Christopher George and all his stuff.
Yeah.
So, more Day of the Animals. Deep Blood. I'm thinking I've seen this. Let's see who's in it. It's a Joe D'Amato
Is it another
joint.
Jaws ripoff?
Well, obviously with a big shark on it, I would think so. It's the last word in Italian shock exploitation, now scanned in 2K from the original negative for the first time ever.
Chris B is wanting to know if Day of the Animals is any good. I think I've seen that, but it's been a while.
Unfortunately, I would think it is. That's William Gergler, right? I think he did that. He did Grizzly. I mean, I would think it is. Instead of Grizzly, this time it's all the animals are against us.
Mm-hmm.
So, more animals, the
Does
best.
Day of the Animals have Leslie Nielsen on it?
Yes, it has to, right? He's not in Grizzly, right?
No. I don't
Okay, then he's in Day of the
I'm
Animals.
pretty sure he's in Day of the Animals.
Jello Box.
J-Real for president.
I will vote for him. Jello Box from Vinegar Syndrome next month. That's kind of what I heard, or at least in the next few months, there's going to be another Jello Box set. And I'm going to keep an eye on it because, I didn't get the last one. And, of course, DeadPit on Patreon told me that I would regret it or would want it. Here, asshole. I'll put my damn hat on for a few minutes.
Steve, I don't know if you should talk to the addicted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to Dana. I wasn't talking to
yeah,
DeadPit.
he calls me asshole.
I'm just kidding. Dana. Take it back. Take it back. So I don't have a way of light. Here we go.
Oh, well, just don't blind me. Jeez. I don't think it's making any more light, dear.
It's making light. I'm making light of your light.
I look like that guy on
There you go.
Awful.
There, you look better. Or you look...
Okay. I have a big shadow on my face. It looks like there's something on my face.
You been drinking?
No, not today.
Yeah, well, okay. I can't do
Only
that.
an energy drink, if you count the energy drink.
Okay, let's get back to the fun stuff.
God, I look freaking ridiculous like that.
Dana. It'll go away in a minute.
I know. But
Now you made me twist it. We'll figure this out next time.
okay. Steve won't. He doesn't.
No,
care.
I'm not going to. She won't be here next time. I'm sorry. Don't tell her. All right, I'm going back, right, guys? Dude, right here, dudes, and a freaking figure. Get your Grizzly cup here.
I want that.
All right, well, you can definitely pre-order it right now.
For $5?
$5, and they'll take it out of your account right now. Let's go back and
When
look.
do you get it, though?
Here's something for the topper tree. That's under. I'm waiting for my next installment of the profit sharing DeadPit on Patreon. Thank you. For $35, you can get a little toy, and you can put this on top of your tree with Jess Franco from Severin, or like
Jess Franco.
yeah, they made a Jess Franco tree topper for $45.
I'll just. I don't know. The figure doesn't look as good. I think the cup.
Oh man, look, they are making a William Gurgler pin, which he is he directed the Manatee or Manitou and Asylum of Satan and Abby.
He made some weird movies.
And you know, he was from Louisville or some shit. Metamucil. Sir, I like to do stool softener.
You like
And
to
a little
take
bit.
that, Dulcalex or whatever that.
I like anything that ends in Lex. I'm gonna mix up in a cup with some gin and juice.
What's this Hank Jr. stuff? I'm not.
I because the pen looks like Hank Jr. It does.
I guess.
I didn't know when I was looking the other day and I saw this, I just kind of scanned back.
Yeah,
Like,
I
who in the
guess
hell
it
is
does-
that?
It does from the profile.
Why would they do a profile? I mean, you could do a profile of like
Maybe
Jess Franco, but not this guy. Cause
Maybe William Girdler did never want him.
look
to
at the
take
nice
pictures
one that
for him.
fucking Jarosky gets, and then we get Hank Jr. of
Yeah, I was
William
looking
Gurgler.
at that real quick, and I thought it was Gunnar Hansen for a second.
Yeah, I mean, could be. You could get that and go to some honky tonks, and they'll say, "Hey, man, where'd you get that Hank Jr. pen? I want one."
That's awesome.
Tell me, Hank, why do you drink? And then we got some hands, or some arms, rather. And you get a little an amulet. I would get that.
There's a temporary chest tattoo.
I drink because DeadPit on Patreon is making my life a living hell. But either way, you can get a temporary tattoo, guys.
Steve wants that for his chest.
Do you want a day of the bundle? Well, you can for 200 and for $238, you can get that shit.
Do you get everything? Do you get the cup?
You get everything. You get a
The
cup.
figure, or a tumbler?
You get a cup to wear with the grizzly on it, and you get the cup you can drink out of. Or you could do either one.
You will need that safety cup if your wife finds out you spent that kind of money on something like that.
Now this one, I'm not getting this damn bundle, but I'm gonna probably get the movie because it's got a crazy documentary about the last days of Kinski, vampire
Oh,
or
wow.
Nosferatu in Venice or Vampire in Venice. So I've seen this one, but it's been a while. But it's pretty insane from what I remember of it. He was just over. They wanted him to wear the makeup he wore in the first Nosferatu, and he's like, "Screw that." And then they had a bunch of five different directors, and also Luigi Cuzzi was one of the directors, and
Kinski probably screamed at him.
he's just a jerk. I mean, all I've seen, but shoot. But
I've seen him going crazy. What was that thing he went absolutely?
I don't know. He got on.
crazy
We were watching something. I don't know if it was a documentary, but he got on. He was on stage and he was just raising hell.
Well,
People
no,
were
this
just.
was they were out in the jungle.
Well, that's a movie that he made with Herzog. I can't pronounce it, but
okay.
they were doing some stuff. But
He went ape shit.
and another one, I started watching this one. I have a copy. They gave me a screener copy. Yeah, that's the third movie for Nosferatu in Venice Beach. And Hogan could probably play it now. He just got to shave his mustache and the rest of his hair off. A Scream in the Streets, which is really, really sleazy. I never seen. It's almost porn level sleazy.
Did you watch that recently?
I didn't watch it all. I just watched a little bit of it. So you can get the slipcover for $30, or just get the damn movie for $24, which I think I mean, really, I don't know
How much did you say the slipcover was?
the slipcover is $30, so it's $6.
Okay,
And he also got a Dave Bautista pin.
Oh, Slaughter Hotel. That one's pretty good.
Slaughter Hotel.
Yeah, Darren Burroughs said
Oh.
I saw Kinski and Slaughter Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Last week.
Horny Rosalba is one of the best things that I ever seen.
Steve, I've told you, Rosalba is a grandma now.
But I'm gonna get the Dave Bautista pin. Oh, Kinski pin, and you also get these pins. You can get a
I
pin
would like to have a Kinski pin.
and a floating vampire pin. Well, honey, you can get one for $5.
I'm gonna get me that Kinski pin, and I'm gonna get me
The
that
Kinski-
Grizzly tumbler.
You're gonna get this pin, right? The ink pin, or you're gonna get the pin.
No, I want the enamel.
You want
pin
the enamel
with
pin.
With his face on it. That's awesome. Oh, that's $12.
Yeah, that's a hell of a pin. Or I can get you this temporary from that movie.
I don't need temporary tattoos. I got a real tattoo.
Okay, honey. Congratulations. This is a 6-pack. Rise is a what? That looks like garbage. It's got some titties though.
The Rise
Oh.
of the Sense. Is that like
I know.
music or?
I'm not gonna be a fool. I guess I'm gonna get one. Is that okay?
I want some grizzly.
You want some grizzly
cufflinks.
cufflinks? You don't have no dress-up shirt, full sleeved.
How would you know? Have you been in
No,
DEADPIT on Patreon's closet?
we're not. He's in a undisclosed location.
Well, then you really.
Uh-oh, Crossroads with Ralph Macchio.
I don't think I've seen that.
And then for some reason, was it in next week they're releasing another copy of
Like father, like son. I love
oh
that
God.
movie.
Well, you can get the VHS thing just before Dawn's coming back out.
I want to get it.
And Blood Sisters from whatchamacallit, what's her, Fidel or Finley, that wrote.
Roberta Finley.
Yeah. If you haven't got the Raid movies, you can definitely get those. The first one is awesome. The second one is great, or is really good, but it's way too long. It's like over 2 hours, and that's way too long for this type of film, in my opinion. And Venom from 1971.
I think I had that on DVD.
No, I don't know if you got this one.
Well, the one I've got.
Blood Sisters. That's a different film that was probably made a little later in the 90s. But Man from Hong Kong is an awesome film. It's Australian. Was it Brian Trencher Smith?
Oh.
And I heard, the main guy, Jimmy Wong, or what? I know somebody's going to say Jimmy Yang. But he apparently he was a real jerk, and and it's kind of funny to see that. So let's look at this. Oh, it's coming from a Nazi scientist and a woman known as Spider Guys developed nerve gas from spider venom.
That don't have Klaus Kinski.
No, Dana, that does not.
Okay. Well, I was thinking the venom I had Klaus Kinski.
And there's no telling. It's fucking Twilight time.
Oh.
See, Biz.
Screen Factory 4K Biz.
Okay. I'm not sure if he's guiding me in this or... We got 13 guys watching us and peeps.
Hey, don't be sexist. There could be...
Guys means everybody, so...
There's 14.
You're wrong. If we're getting up there, the word's getting out about the captain's quarters. Let's see if we can pull up any of the Scream Factory titles. New and upcoming. Event Horizon. It's an Uncle Bill favorite. It's coming out on Blu-ray disc for only $28.43.
With a savings of how much, Steve?
I can't add that up. But anyway, it's 43 cents. I don't know how they get that. And Dana's getting this figure for $40.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the steelbook from Amazon for $20. So screw you. Going out of print. The only one I think is decent right here is the Return of Count Yorga.
What about the Angry Red Planet? What's the matter with Helen, Steve?
I don't like Helen.
Oh, the outing.
Yeah, I was going to say the outing. I can't remember the God's outing. Yeah, I like the artwork on it. The steelbook looks great. I pre-ordered that thing a long time ago.
I'm excited about the figures.
I'm
finally going to get a Harry Warden figure.
The Naked Cage is pretty good for a women in prison movie. Yeah, it does look pretty good. So these are going out of print in 2021, if you will.
Crawl Space.
And Horror Show. Oh, we're in the non-available, guys. Ninja 3, not available.
It looked like
Alienator with Tegan Clive.
Intruders unavailable also.
Vampire Lovers. Evictors. You're out of luck.
The Evictors is a good movie.
Yes. Curse and Curse 2.
Blood
The Bite.
Blood
and
Lace.
Lace. Blood and Lace.
Sorry.
With Vic Tayback from Alice.
Curse 2.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wow.
So, Demented piece of crap that Dana likes.
What? Oh, Demented? Hey, it's just fun to watch.
It's fun to watch.
Golly, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not available.
Ah, get a Keith David figure.
I want a Keith David figure.
Oh, sorry, they're sold out, guys.
So is the Harry Warden figure sold out?
No. That's surprising, but no, they're sold out too. So
I figured they would.
So I always wanted a Keith David, and if I could get a David Keith figure together, that would be awesome.
Do you even know who David Keith is?
Yes.
Okay.
I want them in a movie together playing cops. Let's find upcoming. So we got some more here. Sputnik, if you hadn't seen that, was pretty cool. I think that's a Russian movie. And Russian science fiction. It's kind of like an Alien on the Earth movie. The effects are really good, so I don't know.
Yeah, Darren's right. The Victors is an extra on the Town That Dreaded Sunday.
Yes, it is, and both films are good.
I think the Evictors is really creepy.
I think the Evictors was not in HD on the 2-disc set of that, but they came out later on that. So, but either way, I mean, just a good version of it.
I'm gonna get the 4K of Prince of Darkness.
That is coming out. There it is. It's coming out January 19th. With They Live from that is from Scream Factory, Dana.
I'd like to get They Live also, but
One movie I used to watch as a young guy,
oh,
Beach Babes from Beyond. Very, very nice. USA Up All Night favorite with the Cuddy the naughty bits, but the naughty bits that make the movie.
and Steve had his drink of choice probably.
And some other things that might have happened.
Okay.
Wow, Chris V says he was able to snag another Dawn of a box on Diabolic, Dana.
Well, ask him when it showed up on there because I've been looking every day. And
Well, Dana's looking, waiting to see it, so I don't know. Have they came and went or Blue Monkey? But there is no monkey in this, so I don't know what to say about that.
It's just called Blue Monkey. I don't know. Is Blue Monkey that movie we watched about the insects or something? Or was that
It has a giant insect in it. Yes. Kitty Mamas is coming out January 19th, guys. So, Kitty Mamas. You need to save up your money for that. This one is a weird movie, Southland Tales. And it was kind of like, hey, it's a big deal, but then I don't think it really made a lot of money, but it's a very weird kind of apocalyptic, or maybe kind of, but it's not a lot, it's a longer movie, I believe.
That Fat Man, I don't know what that's about, but it's
After
got Mel
what?
Gibson. Fat
Oh,
Man.
that's about Mel Gibson plays a Santa Claus. Yes, Kitty
Crazy
Mamas.
Santa Claus?
Oh.
Was asking about the box, sorry.
Oh, well, Dana's hoping to get a box. Of Day of the Dawn of the Dead box.
Yeah, Diabolic says that they're gonna have some left after they ship out all the original orders. So.
This Family Portraits, I think that's coming out. Yeah, Severin. They were talking that up, and I don't know. It didn't seem like much to me. Sometimes they'll talk about these movies like they're some big deal, and they're really not. Yeah, I mean, I agree a little bit with DEADPIT on Patreon. Tiers starting at just $1 a month. I haven't watched it all, but I'm not sure if I'm drawn back to watch it all. Satan's Blood is a really cool movie, and
Steve watched Satan's Bed, but not the one with Yoko Ono.
Well, I started watching Satan's Bed, and it was an Indonesian film, but it was dubbed into French without any English subtitles, so I quickly turned it off.
Oh, Chris V, I was planning on getting one from Zavvi, but something came up and I wasn't able to get one.
Undisclosed financial issues came up.
As it does in life.
Dark Tower, I know that someone spoke up on that. I need to check that one out, but I believe I've seen it. I remember Michael Moriarty's in it, and it's kind of hard. All the movies run together. I have the Cthulhu Mansion, but I haven't watched it recently. I've probably
That's a
seen
fun word.
Cthulhu.
Oh, there's Silent Madness.
Yeah. One that's got me kind of interested is this AGFA horror trailer show. I know I don't really need another trailer compilation, but I'll probably.
Steve's like, what the hell?
I don't know, but it's $26 or $28, so I'm trying to wait and see if I can get it a little cheaper. So we'll see. This one is interesting. It's a documentary about anthology horror films, and then it also, you can buy a version of it that they sold at Black Friday, but it's still available. That has 3 kind of unreleased or hard to get anthology films, and I'm gonna keep my eye on that because I may get that at some point. I want the documentary, and it's filmed during COVID, so it's all just talking heads over Zoom or something. But I definitely want to get the extra one with the other films.
Speaking of that, when I watched that Blood Games, I'm not gonna give anything away about the movie.
Yeah, it's only because I mean it's 30 years old. I don't want to give anything away.
There might be somebody that hasn't seen it, but they had to do the interviews, or I think all of the interviews by Zoom. And the one they did with the main chick, yeah, was horrible looking. I guess they had to blur out a painting and back cover or something, and it made it look awful.
Yeah, so they have to do that sometimes for some legal reasons. Don't Panic, which we watched a couple weekends ago.
I think they should rename it Dinosaur Pajamas.
Yeah, they should. They missed a big sale of they could sell the replica, even the shirt with the dinosaur on it would have been. I would have bought that. Dana would have slept in it, right?
Maybe.
There was one of the Norman Reedus who doesn't shower consistently. He'd been riding his bike. He was in Louisville at one time, and
riding his bike.
Yeah, he met up with another guy and they rode somewhere. So that looks like it, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go to February. Again, if you got any questions or political statements or non-political statements, you can go ahead and post them.
You know, political stuff gets you in trouble.
Speaking of COVID, the host was on Shudder. It's kind of like you can watch it on your computer. It's kind of like that one Unfriended or whatever, or Friend Request, whatever the hell it was called. It's a pretty good little scary movie.
What the heck? The scariest film of the past decade? No, I don't think so.
Well, I got jumpy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's scary. It just means
Shin Godzilla is a pretty good film, and you can usually get this on sale. I don't know why they're re-releasing it. Again, it's been out for years, it seems like. They probably released that in like 2000, around the time of the other
Tourist Trap's coming out.
Yeah, Tourist Trap, and then that's My Bloody Valentine, which
speaking of Tourist Trap, we should bring up Tanya Roberts.
Yeah, I mean, she died twice, unfortunately.
Sadly. Oh, Darren says the Rare Less films are up again.
Oh! Let's take advantage of my screen. We got Mako Jaws of Death is on Rare Lust right now.
That came out the year I was born.
And I got this on DVD, or Blu-ray rather, from Dark Force.
Horror and incest. Okay. Was there incest in that?
Well, horror and incest go together like milk and cookies. So, The House That Vanished, which is an interesting film. I saw this on a Roku channel called American Terrors, and it's made in the UK, so I don't know why, but they don't do their branding well.
The poster ripped off
yes.
on the left.
Another Edgar Wallace Krimi movie, which are pretty good. They're like a kind of a similar in tone to Giallos, but it's always like the German films that usually take place in London or somewhere in England. Girls' Night Out, Dana's fave.
Oh, awesome! I love that movie.
She loves it. I mean, she would marry that. No, I'd be in a three-way marriage.
I got my Girls' Night Out DVD signed by who, Steve?
Somebody. Her last name is Taylor, right?
Yeah, Lauren Marie Taylor.
Lauren Marie Taylor, guys.
And she's married to the guy that was like the manager for the basketball team.
There you go. A little trivia for everyone. The Church, which is awesome. I got
DEADPIT on Roku.
Yes, everybody. DEADPIT is on the Roku device.
Darren says Cold Light of Day is terrible.
Oh, I have that one. Not digitally. I haven't watched it.
Remember if I've seen it.
Action USA High Def. The recent release.
Did you talk about, speaking of that, did you talk about L.A. Wars?
No, that was another one I watched, L.A. Wars, that Wes seems to be a fan of, DEADPIT on Patreon, rather. It was okay. I mean, obviously, it's a low-budget film, and I don't know. It had the little guy from the little squeaky guy from Johnny Vernoker, as Dana says, from Savage Streets.
And he's also on Evil Laugh.
Oh wow, even better.
I love Evil Laugh. I'm sorry.
This one's a horror film, and I've always wanted to. I started it a few times, called The Naked Zoo, which I don't like zoos, but
There's a Hayworth in it?
Yeah, she's very old in this. It's like you expect Otto Ray to be in it, but he's not. I don't think.
Chris V said he watched The Burning Moon today. Haven't seen Cold today.
Burning Moon.
Wasn't that German?
Yeah, he's released that is Olaf or something like that. It's very cool. I think they're getting ready to release like I forgot what it's called. It's like Pemure or something, and Falling Angel, and that was a pretty good. It reminds me of Dead Alive. And then you got Black Frankenstein with some black boobies. Spermula.
That come out the year I was born too.
And a new madman who's Jewish and Russian. Russian Jew. Noise. Scream of the Wolf, which I believe is a TV movie, werewolf movie, which they don't make anymore. Oh, wow. What the hell?
Tales from the Crypt. Oh, it's the entire, I guess it's the
No. Well, if it is, I couldn't download it all.
Well, I've got it.
There's crazy James Wood who loves Trump. He's behind.
James Woods really loves
Yes,
Trump.
that's behind. He's behind bars where he belongs.
I like James Woods as an actor.
Haunted Jailhouse.
Steve wants that.
Haunted Jailhouse Rock. Some Italian comedies, which are really funny, guys.
A guy's riding the
Oh! Chris V's first one on the board with Spermula. Ooh, a Jello. Which I've probably got, but I can't remember. And Funky Forest, the first Contact. So this would make a great double feature with Star Trek First Contact.
Would it?
Better Half. Hello. We better not look at those. Oh, no. Oh, no.
We're getting into some
Oh, no.
very adult material.
I'm blushing, guys.
Steve's getting all...
I'm sweaty. I got head sweat, guys. Here's Zoom Up, the murder site. There was one of these kind of...
Hey, there's Love Story.
Yeah. What's Love Story mean, Dana? What's the thing?
Love means never having to say you're sorry. That's the big line.
Yes, that's what I tell Dana all the time. Here's one that I am getting. There's one of these movies that's like a giallo. I think I have it. I don't know what the name of it is, though. But because of the lighting and shit. Can I do a creepy Kentuckian? I can't remember how to do it.
You need to get the real creepy Kentucky.
Nah, fudge that. Shit. Let me try. Oh, I can't do it. He retracted it, so I better not do it. Treasure of Dracula, Santo movie. This is a Santo movie where they put a bunch of nudity in it, but it's been lost for years.
Oh, yeah.
And someone got the uncut version and played it on TV over in Spain or Mexico, wherever the hell. And they put it on the internet.
Now he put it.
Can you do impersonation?
She, I don't know. Blair Hathaway. I'm not sure if that's.
I usually assume that it's mostly men in this thing, but
I guess.
but anyway,
Can't be sexist, Steve.
no. How do I do it? Shit. Let me think. I'm trying to remember. I'm put on the spot, and I've had a lot of caffeine.
Steve's gonna be going like this.
Let me do my creepy Kentuckian face.
What the hell's the?
I gotta get my head a little red, cause he's got a different complexion than me.
Okay.
Shit, I can't do one. I can't remember anything he does. The DEADPIT. There, I can't remember anything.
You could maybe do a combination creepy Kentucky and Uncle Bill thing.
Hi, I'm sorry. That's the only thing I don't think you're that young, Mr. Wet Movie One.
Wet Movie One's the only 13.
And that's I don't want to groom anyone. At my age, I don't want to go to jail forever, especially a guy. Blood Ceremony. I've already got that pre-ordered. That's kind of like the Blood Ceremony is basically the Countess Bathory. What is it? Bathory story. And it's not the same as like Lady Dracula or Countess Dracula but it's a Spanish version, and it's really, I like it. And Panic Beaks is another one. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Hathaway. Like in the Beverly Hillbillies. Sex Terrace on Wheels. Unfortunately, it was made in 2019, so you probably.
Wants that movie. He really does want that movie.
You know it sucks. Especially, you can look at the cover and go, hey, this is going to be like camcorder or digi video. It's going to look like garbage.
What's that?
Deep in Vogue. This is one that DEADPIT on Patreon really wants to do because he loves doing the Vogue.
Like Madonna. The War. I think I have that maybe on DVD.
Now, this is a great, really good series. It was on HBO. Lovecraft Country. Of course, it's, from the blacks' point of view, and especially, I didn't even know some of the stuff they were talking about, like sundown counties and stuff like that, where no black people could be out after dark. It's kind of strange. I never heard of that before.
I want that Mardi Gras, man.
No, you do not. Are you kidding?
Is it bad?
I've got it. They were re-releasing it. I don't know if I think I have it on Blu-ray.
I'll try watching it.
The Unseen they're releasing again. Severin, or not Severin, but Synapse had this. I bought, but I got a DVD of it.
Slit this or slice this?
I don't know. I'm not going to buy it. That's what it says. And for Event Horizon, you got the sequel, Horizon Line. Bad Impulse, which happens. Here's some Severin movies.
Oh, there's an American Werewolf in London.
And All Nighter with Suzanne Hoff of the Bangles, of the Bangles.
Is that a steelbook of an American Werewolf in London?
Yes.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. We're going to have an in-depth look. It's like $36. Comes out in February.
It doesn't have Jack on it, does it? His friend that comes back from the dead.
When you say it doesn't have Jack on, I'm going like, well, it doesn't have nothing on it.
No.
Well, maybe he's on the back.
Guns.
Maybe he's on the back.
Maybe.
Or maybe he's not. Raising Cain. I recently watched that and had never seen it all the way through.
I love that movie.
I mean, it's all right. It ain't that special to me, but Hard to Hold with Rick Springfield, who he wasn't able to hold on to Linda Blair. Underage.
He was able to hold on to her for a while.
Rick James had some coke, and she followed the coke. This is an interesting film. I got it on DVD, but along in the early 2000s. Hacker Aider. It's like it's got another name to it. Let me just take a look. It's got like violent something or other.
I'm having to look around Steve's arm for his microphone. That's if anybody notices me looking.
I'm sorry, but anyway, it's kind of like one of those. Oh, it's got two cuts, guys. It's a pretty good film. At least what.
Animated?
No, it's live action.
Oh, I guess Media Blasters is still releasing stuff.
Yeah. So Darren says you can get the Arrow release of American Werewolf cheap, and it's a good addition.
Maybe I should look into that.
Too.
Thank you, Darren.
The Castle of Creeping Fresh
Flesh.
I saw this about a year ago or so, and it was all right, but it's nothing I would need to have. our future business partners from Severin, Plague Town, directed by David Gregory. It sounds like we're going to be collaborating on something in the near future.
Ooh, Darren's got the arrow of Raising Cane too.
We have a Raising Cane restaurant real by. It's amazing they had restaurants inspired by the movie. They don't have any John Lithgow shakes or fries or anything.
Remember what the first time we went to Raising Cane,
Yes.
the power went out?
Yes, there's too much John Lithgow.
John Lithgow made the
Yes.
power go out.
No collector mugs.
No John Lithgow pins. Nothing.
She's the Man. That Monster Hunter movie that came out when nobody can go to the theaters, which I'm not sure if it was any good or not. The sequel to 400 Blows, the 400 Bullets. This one, if you hadn't seen it, Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, which is pretty good with Warner Oates.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
Well, you can definitely get that with the special VHS packaging. The Forest, which is DeadPit on Patreon's favorite movie for some reason.
Yeah, and they make fun of me for liking Terror on Tour.
There you go. Good Sun Restaurant. And they make it so you have to hold on to the top to get your food, like you did hanging over the overpass at the end.
And if you lose your grip, you die and you don't get your food. And they get your money. Rent a pal.
Yeah, I'm renting a pal. I need to watch Runaway Train. I mean, it was on all the time.
Oh, there's Rad, Steve.
And you got a Bruce Campbell movie called Running Time that you might have never seen.
I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
But I've seen everything with Bruce Campbell.
And here's the one it used to be on TV all the time in the early 80s, the last remake of Bo Jest with Marty Feldman and the blonde guy. Shit. Michael York. I love back in them days because they'll show like this and like all kinds of very strange films on the weekends. But those days are long gone.
You know, while Steve's looking at this, I'm just going to interject here a
Oh,
little bit.
we're going to go on a tangent, guys.
No,
Get used to
I'm not
this.
going on a tangent. I'm just interjecting. I recently watched Mikey again. I
Mikey!
haven't seen Mikey in years.
Mikey got lost.
Kind of. And it was good to go back and revisit it. I recommend it if you like the Killer Kid movies.
Well said, Dana.
Yes.
Now, okay, we'll just leave it at that.
Now back to your regularly scheduled program.
So, Rad is coming out on Blu-ray after its big premiere.
From where I'm looking at, it looks like Rada.
Yeah. It's actually a steelbook. I think Zavi's coming out with one, but I don't give a crap about Zavi or about Rad. I'm sorry. I never had a BMX bike. I was poor, and we just bought a Walmart bike that we rode until it broke. And we rode it down a hill. We rode it down a hill, as you know, and you got enough speed up, and then you're lucky if you didn't kill yourself. Tower of Evil, which is a British horror film, it's pretty good. Castle Freak, which is the new one, it's on Shudder. It's the remake, kinda, which is a remake with the basic story, but it also has a lot of Lovecraftian stuff in it.
But like I said before, I didn't like the original.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that, honestly.
Dolly Deadly.
Yes, Dolly Deadly is coming out. And this one I want to see, Psycho Goreman. Dana, have you seen The Children from 2008? I have it.
I don't think I've seen that one. The only Children I've seen is the one from, 80?
Yeah, I've seen that one, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like the same. It's not a remake or anything, but something goes on with the kids, which I can't remember, and they're pretty evil, but they're not going to touch you with black fingernails and burn you. But it's a good little. There was a point there where the British were coming out with some cool little horror films for a while. Not as extreme as the French. Schoolgirls in Chains is coming out again. I think probably from Code Red, but going through or Scorpion, but going through their new deal with was it Kino Lorber releasing them now. And then we have in March we're coming out with the Day of the Beast, which the guy who made Day of the Beast, I found out he did a show called 30 Coins, and it's kind of like a horror.
There's the 10 Commandments in 4K.
Yes, there is.
My dad would like that.
But 30 Coins came out on HBO or someplace in Europe, and it's kind of like a Monster of the Week kind of show. I haven't watched any of the episodes yet, but I'm going to check it out. And King Clave, some Final Fantasy thing. I tried to watch this, but this is way over 2 hours. There is I'm not a big Final Fantasy, but the animation is really cool. I'm not a Final Fantasy player or I don't even like it, but
my brother used to be.
There's a movie called Advent Children, which is really good animated film of it's more CG. There's the aforementioned Scream in the Streets. Isn't she great? No.
I wouldn't know. I don't know who they're talking about.
New York Rippers back on Blu-ray. It's almost going backwards because it was on 4K.
4K, yeah. Which, speaking of 4K movies in that vein, I'm going to get House by the Cemetery.
You're so vain. We have 112 people watching us.
I see 12.
I'm sorry, my eyes are little.
Steve's too much caffeine and too much sugar.
So one thing I'm really looking at, I'm also a big fan of Asian and karate movies, kung fu movies. Kino Lorber is releasing a film called Dynasty that was released in 3D back in the, I think it came out in 80 or so.
You were talking about the television for a second.
Joe Collins is not in this one, guys. But they're going to release it on real 3D. So if you still have a 3D player and a 3D TV, you can watch it in 3D. Like me! So I'm going to get that one probably.
Steve's kicking it old school.
Yeah, I'm kicking it 2008 over here. And this is one that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm going to wait until somebody releases a review of it before I would buy it. As the good and the bad, ugly on 4K. And then,
didn't you hear something like it?
Well, it doesn't have HDR, which, I'm not sure, at the beginning of our 4K journey, I didn't even have HDR turned on. So
I seen Time Travelers, and I thought it was that Time Chasers.
No. And then also we got Werewolves on Wheels, which we saw at a drive-in at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Steve was out.
I was asleep. Yeah, I saw it. I remember this being on after Joe Bob, or when they used to play 100% Weird on TNT, and it's okay movie. There is some werewolves. There's a lot of Satanists, and it doesn't really get super crazy till the end, and then it's not enough to do the movie any justice for that poster. That poster art is freaking killer. Django, the original Django on 4K would be interesting to get. And we have the aforementioned Deep Blood and Day of the Animals. So there's a lot of movies to look forward to, even outside the boutiques.
The last
yeah. This is one of these movies where, no one, I don't know who in the hell went and seen this. This is like when people made movies and nobody knew what to watch or what to make anymore.
Why are those people both wearing a yellow shirt?
It's a comedy and it's supposed to be funny. So there ain't nothing coming out past April, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. So does anybody want to have any questions or any kind of extra stuff? I will say in the meanwhile that we are doing a doing a screening soon. Let's make this better.
Oh, Steve got big.
Halo.
Oh, I have more light on me now.
Good for you,
That's
babe.
awesome.
It is awesome. But I'm doing a screen, another 3 films next Saturday, starting about noonish. Going to be screening the Animal Trilogy from Argento. So, Bird with Crystal Plumage, Cat of Nine Tails, and Four Flies on Gray Velvet, which, if you believe it or not, I actually have all the original posters from those films.
Steve's awesome.
I am rich.
You're rich.
Actually,
You can tell that somebody might kill you and take your posters.
one thing I did get or do, I saw, this was Friday, a little bit, in the afternoon, probably at 1 or so. I was on Facebook and I saw somebody post something about Vinegar Syndrome, it was Mondo Macabre fan page, and they were saying that they were this movie called Deadly Seductress. Good movie, and because I'm getting ready to pay $85 for it, and it's a DVD. They haven't, and then also he's saying, is it going to be released on Blu-ray, which I really doubt. But I said, shit, I'll sell you mine for $50, and then he took me up on it, so I just mailed it off today, and he sent me my money. So, not before I made a copy of it, but I don't know if I'll ever watch that film again, because I was kind of proof checking the movie, and it's not a very good movie. It doesn't have any nudity in it, which one of the films I really want to show in the future is called Lady Terminator, which is a crazy film by the same director, I think. It has nudity, and that's fine, but it's all crazy and shit. But the movie Deadly Seductress doesn't have, they have nudity, but they cover it up with electricity sparks, which is totally ridiculous. Now, I don't know if it's that.
Why even have nudity?
Well, I'm thinking the actress who was playing it might have been wearing pasties or something, so they had to cover it up with something, but I'm not 100% sure. So Darren and Mr. Chris V are going to be there next Saturday. So, yeah, it's on Vaughn Live. You could go there, and you could do this now if you want to, or a little later. Give me a few minutes to end the show. But you could go there and then you can look at everything if you like, but if you go to Browse and Miscellaneous, there's dozens of people streaming movies and TV shows. Lady Terminator is awesome. It's insanely crazy. It's basically Terminator with this chick, and she's not really a cyborg. She's more of a possessed by the queen of the South Seas, but I don't want to give anything away.
I think I saw it.
Yeah, it's very funny. We did a commentary for it.
Where the heck is it?
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll release that on the DEADPIT Patreon.
If we
Tiers
find it.
tiers start at just $1 a month.
And speaking of commentaries, I've been trying to talk Steve into doing another commentary.
So you have to look this way to look at you
You do?
through the camera.
Oh, I got you.
What?
But so everybody pressure Steve to do a commentary with me.
So this is Captain and Tennille, and she's the Tennille. Yeah, my head was getting cold, so I'm putting this shit back on. I'm running out of steam, I guess. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Vaughn Live. You go to Browse and Miscellaneous. Like I said, you can watch whole things. There's at least 1 or 2 people on there who broadcast on the weekends, and they have like a schedule. One of them's called the Interocitor, which he's got a Facebook page for that, and he'll show you the entire. And he programs the entire weekend starting Friday. So I mean, it's really cool, and at least my laptop has the horsepower at this point to stream there. So I definitely suggest checking it out. And like I said, next Saturday at noon.
Darren says we want another commentary.
All right, well, we'll release the Lady Terminator.
No, he wants a new one. Don't you, Darren? You want a new one.
All right, we're going to do a commentary on what the hell is that in the movie? The 400 bullets
No, God.
or the 400 blows dedicated to Uncle Bill. Yeah, I mean, you could, especially there's some people that use this as their security camera. Hey,
Eric says, do the commentary.
of what?
He's just saying, do the commentary.
All right, we'll do something, okay, guys? But new, yay, new. But
See, Darren has spoken, so we have to.
Darren
do it.
has spoken.
Darren's our buddy.
But we'll but yeah, so next Saturday I'll put a link on the Facebook page, but you can do a browse and look for Mondo Cult 2 because Mondo Cult 1 didn't allow me to stream anymore for some reason, I guess because of inactivity, and I couldn't figure out how to reactivate it. But so we'll stream on there and chat. You'll have to sign in, create an account to chat on there, which is I guess it's a little bit of a headache, but it's not a big deal, and it's cool. I'll make everybody mods, and everybody can. I don't know what they can do.
That might be dangerous.
In case somebody comes in, one time the first time we did it, somebody came in and just not being a total jerk, but just being stupid. So
They're being a troll.
I kicked his ass right out the door. So, and also and it's fun to talk about movies and stuff, but this time we're doing the 3 animal trilogy movies. And I haven't seen them in a while, so definitely Bird with Crystal Plumage was I believe I don't know if about Four Flies on Gray Velvet. I think it might have been rated R, but the first 2 are PG, and definitely Bird with Crystal Plumage has got a lot of really crazy shit for a PG movie.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was PG.
Yeah. So it's a fun.
Steve used to have a record of Bird with the Crystal.
I thought I still had the record, but not the
I think you got all of it, but the cover is
The
kind
sleeve.
of massacred
Or Mr. Sammy decided to try to eat it.
when we were at the movies.
Yeah, surprise. But yeah, and also if you have the old VCI DVD, you can play the soundtrack from the DVD. So I still got that. I mean, the soundtrack for that is pretty good. And I guess Cat of Nine Tails is good as well, as far as the soundtrack goes. And then I'm not a whole big fan of the Four Flies on Gray Velvet, but I'm gonna give it another try. I remember I bought that movie twice on VHS off eBay because I forgot. I got one. I bid on 2 of them. I was like,
it's a habitual thing.
well, I don't buy much on eBay anymore. But I used to buy a lot, and I would be bidding on all these things. Cause hey, I got to see this, and I won.
Four Flies.
I think Mr. Perry is from Ireland.
Is he?
No, oh shit, I'm gonna get cussed out because he's either I can't. I'm not gonna say anymore because I don't know if it's Glasgow or not Glasgow, but Scotland, Ireland. But I feel stupid.
Yeah.
No, he's from Dublin, Ireland. I was right. I remember.
But before we get off here, I wanted to see if anybody wanted to give suggestions for movies for a commentary.
Oh boy.
Well, they'll have some good ones, Steve.
No, I wasn't suggesting that or doubting that. Hey, we up to 17. We're going to make records tonight, guys.
We're going to break all the records, just like Steve breaks windows.
When I looked up there and I saw that we had 17 watching,
That's what Steve screamed like. That.
I screamed like an old lady.
That's his manly.
And then that's me in the restroom sometimes.
Now that's when Reggie gets on you and nibbles on you.
But I don't know about any commentaries off the top of my head. Massacre at Central High.
That would be pretty cool.
Mr. Hoax. interesting.
That's
The
an
nudity
choice.
in that film is amazing. From
Steve would just go on about Kimberly Beck.
Kimberly Beck was there. You go, House by the Cemetery.
That one would be good.
Don't go inside. Don't go inside.
Bob,
Ah,
don't
blah,
go
blah, blah. It's got Dagmar and
Yeah,
and the
it
hot
does say
chick
that.
from any
Darren
slashes.
says any slasher film. Well, I have to agree with that.
We're gonna.
Any-
We're gonna do the movie Hellbent, which is a gay slasher film.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We're gonna do Heart Plus Knife, which is a
Nah.
gay giallo. Well, not all gay, mostly gay. We're gonna do Cruising with yellow handkerchiefs.
Steve's gonna have his yellow handkerchief.
The Pit. That's an interesting film.
That's a good choice too.
What about Pin? Remember the Pin
Oh,
movie?
We haven't done one for Ben.
I actually bought that off Arrow on DVD years and years ago. Pin. I don't think Pin's got enough action in it to be entertaining.
You don't think so? Oh my gosh, we could make fun of all kinds of things on there though.
What are you
If
doing?
I remember right. I was shifting my weight.
Thought you were.
But I would have to agree again with Darren that any slasher film, especially slasher films from the 80s,
Yeah.
you could basically.
Well.
Body
Body count. I think I would do a body count one, Dana.
Okay.
Even Mitzi Farmer. I'm not a big fan, but we'll give it a
Is
shot.
Ramsey Farmer on Body Count?
Mhm.
I must have forgotten.
And
David Hess.
David
was
Hess,
on
and it's by Deodato,
it. Deodato, yeah.
which I should have got an autograph from, but I didn't.
I have one.
Okay, we're gonna do body count, guys.
Because we got a second on that. Body count. And Steve's willing to do body count too, so that's another plus.
Fried House.
Oh, God. We've probably not
Fried
done
House.
of
Let me
it.
think. Is that the one where it's really just Fart House because it's just a bunch of fart jokes, or is that
No.
is that the is that or is that Frat King?
Remember when I had you watch the Clown Murders with John Caney on
Yeah,
it?
we did a
commentary
for
it.
Clown Murders, which is like the bottom of the
And
barrel.
Steve does not ever want to see that movie.
No,
again.
that was God. I don't even remember that, but I know it
that
sucks.
and Angel Dusted. Steve never wants to see Angel Dusted ever again.
That's an after-school special, right?
Well, it's not really, but it was set up that way.
It was an expanded edition. It grew. It was like, guys, we got this after-school special, but we think it's really special.
It has John Putch on it.
And we got this new actress, Helen Hunt, and we think she's going to be a big deal later.
Helen Hunt was also in Desperate Lives.
Yeah, but she didn't jump out a window, did she? Or is that?
Yeah, that was Desperate Lives.
That's the
was
one I'm
that.
thinking of.
But
Funland. I don't even.
I know of that one.
I don't know. I'm scared of Funland.
Steve's scared he won't have fun.
No, I will not. I'm scared because that is scary. That's a scary name for because you're gonna have a shitty time in Funland. And this shit on underneath my lip is fucking stupid.
It's your beard, Steve.
No, it's just to cover my chin, and it looks like I got a big space between two chunks.
No, it looks like you got some blonde going on in there. That's what it looks like to me.
I need to probably. I don't want to trim it because then it's going to be bald.
Good Lord, we don't want you to be bald.
Well, I don't want to be bald here.
So Steve's just going to keep twisting it.
There, that looks better. Well, until you start talking, then the shit. I'll have to get some hairspray on it, guys.
He's going to put those hair fibers on it.
I don't have the right color. It'll look like black or blonde.
Frat House is a David Wars film from the 70s. Oh, so that's not what I'm thinking it is. Because I was thinking there was a newer movie that was.
No. We could do the new American Pie, straight to home video movie.
Oh Lord, no.
Girls Rule or some shit.
I didn't even know there was one of those.
Yeah, we could do that, a double feature with that and Naked Mile.
Naked Mile.
You don't remember that?
No. Oh yes, I do. Yes,
I have. I don't.
think
I've never
it.
watched it. I mean,
No, I watched the original American Pie movie.
you didn't watch any of the direct home video sequels?
No.
Well, aren't you special?
Yep, that's me. I'm special like Special K.
Yeah. I was gonna say Ed, but
Steve.
So we're dropping users like flies.
Yeah, we're down to 11.
So
We must have turned somebody off by something. What did we say?
I said something about politics, didn't I?
Early on, but not now.
Maybe it's so much of a delay. It just now kicked in. It's like a bomb. It's a thought bomb that blew up just then. PewDiePie. So
Maybe we need to look up that
Maybe I-
Frat House movie. See if we can watch it.
yeah,
Made my eyes bleed. It probably would. I've watched some things that made my eyes bleed, my ears bleed.
if they would make the movie, how can they make that movie now with all the chicks and stuff? You know, it's hardly got any nudity in it, and it's probably just a bunch of dumb shit, making guys look stupid. And I watched one movie that I watched recently. It's not a horror movie, but it's kind of a fantasy movie. It's called Shadow in the Clouds, and it's got the chick that was in Kick-Ass who played Hit Girl. And of course, she's all grown up and legal, so we can say she's either cute or not. But she's in it, and she's the main character. And a lot of this film looked like she's locked in some area, and so she's the only character. I mean, she really carries the film. And it's a really
because you don't see anybody else.
well, no, that could have fell flat, but it's a very interesting film because it changes gears so many times, and the story, it's a decent watch. I would definitely suggest checking it out because it is it's not boring, and it's also a movie that obviously it was directed by a woman as well, so it's a kind of pro-woman movie in that sense because she's the main character and she's surrounded by all these men and she's the only woman in the whole film, and it's not degrading towards men or anything like that, which is great. I just noticed your camera is the one is got a lot better quality than mine, but of course you can't see you.
Oh.
So because I ain't got no light on you.
Steve doesn't want me to be lit up.
Dana needs to be her or not her.
Checked out Possessor. Did you watch
Yes.
that one yet? Okay.
Yes, I have checked out Possessor is it Brandon Cronenberg? I haven't seen the uncut version, so I don't know what I saw. So maybe I'm missing some stuff. I don't know, but it's interesting. He's got the body horror of that, and like what I think his other movie, or at least one of these other movies, is called Viral. It's a pretty interesting story and stuff, especially the first Possessor in the first scenes. You don't really have an idea what's going on yet, but you understand it at some a little later.
All that title makes me think about is the Popcorn movie and that movie that they find of the crazy cult guy.
Yeah, so it's going to be confusing for people.
No,
But
I'm just saying that's what I think of every time I hear that.
But I mean, Possessor is definitely something to check out. I don't know if if it has lasting power like some of his father's films, but it's definitely interesting.
So he's into the body horror thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems. That's what I identify it as, because it definitely deals with that in ways. Not as much as Viral did, but in a certain part of context of the story, it seems like body horror to me.
Oh, I know something we haven't talked about on here.
What?
Is the new Stand series. That nothing about the Stand has been put out since what, 94? When the miniseries came out? I believe that's when it was. Steve, you have any comments about the series?
Well, it's definitely. I mean, the first few episodes. This is episode 4. I think we're done with flashbacks, but we'll see because there's other characters I don't know if we've met. Yeah, popcorn does have the best.
It does.
I
Buy
had.
a bag, go home in a box.
Did I buy that? You bought it, didn't
I
you?
bought it.
Did I buy it too?
No.
You sure I don't have it?
I don't think you don't have the version I have because I got like a steelbook version.
Right, I
of
thought
it
I had a
bought.
steelbook.
I bought it at the convention.
Yeah, I thought I had it, a steelbook, but I don't know. Either way, but anyhow.
Back to the stand.
Yeah, they do flashbacks and all this shit. They're trying to be like Lost or some shit with flashbacks.
Oh gosh, it's better than Lost.
But I mean, of course, the miniseries are a lot more straightforward and stuff. So this one kind of you see the characters now, and you also see their backstory and how they got here. So it almost seems like they've caught up. Everything's caught up, and then now they're going. I think we watched the 4th episode. They're going to Las Vegas to see what's going on.
Well, they're sending scouts or
Right,
spies
so-
or whatever you want to call them.
So that I'm gonna watch it because it's interesting, and I really don't know how many episodes. I would assume 10.
I think that I saw on IMDb like 8 or 9.
Okay, well that's good too. That way we
But
know.
that could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean a lot of these stories are. A lot of these things are like really drawn out, but
Well, I
this one
think-
doesn't seem too bad.
I think what they were trying to do with this, and I could be wrong on this, but they're trying to expand the characters more, I think, because when they did the miniseries back in '94, which that was an excellent miniseries, I remember me, my dad, and my brother watching it every night that it was on. Steve, stop that. And it was an 8-hour miniseries, so they were able to pack quite a bit of the book in there. But if anybody has ever seen the uncut version of The Stand in book form, that thing is a pretty hefty book. I managed to finish it all before the miniseries came out. Right before the miniseries came out, I finished the book. So, but even in miniseries format, and Steve's distracting me by doing that, in miniseries format, they had to combine characters and condense some things. So I think what they're attempting to do with this new series is expand on some of these characters and not have to condense it so much. But I'm enjoying it. I was skeptical at first because I thought, I mean, Steve said Stephen King had a hand in picking who the people were in the series, but I was a little skeptical because they changed Larry Underwood's character from a white guy to a black guy, and I didn't think that they needed to do that. I don't know what that was saying about it.
I think they were trying to get more diversity. But anyway.
Well, that's cool and everything. And I like the guy who's the guy that plays Larry Underwood in this series?
The black guy?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Okay. But Adam Stork is the actor that played Larry Underwood in the miniseries from '94. And they also changed the judge's character from a guy to a woman.
A woman.
And I'm like, why do you need to do that? Either you've got strong women characters in the thing. You don't need to change the judge from a man to a woman. So I don't know if they were feeling some kind of pressure from what's going on
Filling a quota.
in the real world, so to speak.
MTV, stop being.
Oh,
It's time to get real.
Eric says it's okay, but they can never top Gary Sinise. I would have to agree with that, Eric. Gary Sinise
Lieutenant Dan.
or Lieutenant Dan was a great Stu Redman, and I think he really added something to the miniseries. But I'm giving this new guy a chance, and do you know his name?
No.
Steve.
Oh,
Okay.
who plays
The
what?
name of the actor.
Oh
that
yeah,
plays
Michael
Steve.
Marsden. He was in the X-Men movies. Yeah,
Okay.
he's decent.
He's doing a good job.
Do you like The Stand more than Salem's Lot, Dana?
The-
And then we're talking about the Rob Lowe
No,
version
we're
of Salem's
not.
Lot.
no, because I watched that and I wasn't real fond of that. But
No, I would say no.
Well,
I like Salem's Lot, or I like Salem's Lot more because I saw it when I was a kid and it scared the shit out of me and I couldn't go to sleep.
Yeah, Steve couldn't sleep after that.
Because of the what's his name, the Barslow or whatever his name is.
Was it Barlow or was it?
Yeah, something like that. Whatever the main vampire.
Mr. Barlow, yeah.
Yeah, so Salem's Lot, especially in the 70s, it's a different feel. 79, I mean, obviously, it's just a different type. In the 90s, it's weird because everything looks like it was shot on video a little bit. It's a very strange look to some of the movies, for TV movies in the 90s. They have these really shitty graphics for the credits and stuff. It's almost like a sitcom of the day, like a freaking Punky Brewster or something. The video graphics of written by Stephen King, and it just looks shitty. But in the 70s, obviously, this movie or Salem's Lot was edited down to a long movie.
So long.
Yeah, and then they released it in Europe and stuff as a movie in the theater. So it looked it looked really decent. And just the quality of the look, even on a shitty TV back in the day. But definitely, I watched some of the 90s Stand, and it just looked weird. It didn't look that good of a quality. Dana's got the Blu-ray, so I've never seen it on Blu-ray yet.
I haven't watched the Blu-ray because I got a little freaked out because by the time I got that in, COVID had ramped up, and so it was freaking me out. So I haven't actually sat down and rewatched it on the Blu-ray yet. I'll have to get back to everybody on that. But what I think about the Stand and Salem's Lot I love as a mini-series. I don't really care much for the theatrical version. Stop that, Steve. He always does that when I'm talking and distracts me.
But anyway, stop. Steve. I sit still when he's talking and he can't with me. You're not the captain.
Oh, well, I can put the hat on and be the captain. But anyway, I would have to say, though, the Stand is still my favorite.
We lost another viewer, Dana.
Well, probably because you were distracted.
No, because you're going on.
No, I'm not going on. I'll let you go on about. But anyway, I am going to finish.
Wrap it up, Dana.
The Stand was just an epic. To me, it was an epic story. It was an epic novel, and just had more to go on than Salem's Lot did. Salem's Lot wasn't that long of a book either. So what could you do with it? You couldn't make it 8 hours. Could you, Steve?
No, thanks, Dana. So, let me turn your camera off.
They ask us.
I know. So, we're going to go watch the movies before I go to sleep because I'm I'm not good anymore
before we lose all our viewers.
Yeah, I don't want to lose. If we go down to 1, I'm going to cry, guys.
And we don't want Steve to cry.
No, I don't want to cry. It does lubricate my contacts.
The Tommy Knockers look better than the Langoliers. The Langoliers was terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was Jimmy Smith's. Not very good. Not a good.
Well, that was the Tommy Knockers.
Yeah.
The Langoliers.
Bronson Pinchot.
And Chris Collette from Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, of course.
Was in it too.
Yeah, The Shining. I know that's. Yeah, the animated freaking hedges and shit. That looks horrible.
Okay, maybe that was bad. But The Shining miniseries versus Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining, the miniseries followed the book a lot better than Stanley Kubrick's version. Because Stanley Kubrick just basically threw out most of the stuff from the book and made his own movie.
Okay, well, he did a better job. In my opinion. That's why they had to change the freaking Dr. Sleep. Because they had to be a sequel to the movie and not the book. But anyway, I agree. The Shining miniseries was... It did. It had the look as well. I don't know. I forgot if I think that was made in the late '90s, but it was.
Well, I'm not talking about how it looks.
I know.
I'm talking about
this damn thing ain't staying on my desk.
Steve's microphone's gonna fall off.
It is just like my hair fell off. So, I guess we'll end it here because it's getting later.
We've been going on for 100 minutes.
People in the UK need to go do whatever. It's late. My nose is crooked. But anyway, I'll fix that. It is.
I'm gonna punch
look
Steve
at
in the nose and
Reggie punched me in the nose with his head. I think he might have broke it.
I hope not.
Nah, he didn't. It was already broken years ago. But thanks for everybody joining us, and won't be anything next week. I'm gonna be doing the Vaughn Live stuff, so won't be online. But we'll do it again after that. So peace out, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Eric Samuel Perry.
See you, Eric.
Thank you,
See you,
Darren.
Darren.
I'm going to end the stream now. Peace.